Stocks today had their worst session of the entire year. The Dow was down more than 600 points because of this possible war with Ukraine. That's going to obviously create the potential for Americans' 401ks to fall further. Gas prices are going up because of the possible war with Ukraine. The average price at the pump now hitting $3.52 a gallon, up 21 cents just over the past month, up from $2.53 a year ago. Gas prices have been on the rise since President Biden took office in January of last year, even after Mr. Biden ordered the release of 50 million barrels of oil from the emergency petroleum reserves, the strategic petroleum reserves, back in November, bringing Larry Behrens, Power to the Future Communications Director. Good to see you. All right, so the latest proposal, Senate Democrats, not necessarily the White House, although they say they're open to anything, is a repeal or a holiday of the 18.4 cent federal gas tax. Is that the answer?
No, it's not the answer. It's clearly an election year gimmick. It is something that 6 vulnerable Senate Democrats have brought to the table because all of a sudden they're concerned about how high gas prices are hurting Americans' working families. And so it is a gimmick that only lasts through the rest of this year, which conveniently gets them past Election Day, Leland.
All right. The flip side of this is President Biden came in, the economy started to explode. People are using more gas, more people are fine. The price of oil is going to go up. You got to do something here. Why is having the federal gas tax holiday not a good thing?
Because, the Biden administration talks a lot about inflation being transitory. This is actually a transitory solution that they're bringing to the table. A quick holiday that will evaporate after Election Day is not what America's families need. Joe Biden surrendered American energy independence, which put Americans out of work, has driven up these prices. And I would argue if we're saying that the economy is exploding, if we say inflation is the economy, then absolutely. Inflation is exploding because of these energy decisions that are coming out of Washington.
I'm trying to understand this concept because there's about the same amount of oil being produced now domestically as there was pre-President Biden, pre-pandemic domestically, within a little less than 1 million barrels. Is that really the difference here?
I think it is a difference. And, you started with talking about the 50 million released from the strategic oil reserve that the White House was very proud of. But if we're losing 1 million barrels less production a day, well, then, less than 2 months, that 50 million release is eaten up. The fact of the matter is Americans can get back to work. We're bringing energy from our shores and using it for our citizens. When we were energy independent, gas was much more affordable. We had energy workers who were employed, families who can afford more, and now we're seeing the opposite of that. You can't mess with the supply side of, the energy industry and not expect it to have impacts on the demand side.
I'm trying to understand how much really of messing with the supply side they did. Restore U.S. energy independence would mean bringing back Keystone XL pipeline, greenlight more oil production on public lands. What specifically could the president do tomorrow or repeal that he did that suddenly makes America energy independent?
Well, that's a great point. And so when anyone wants to do production on public lands, they have to get the okay from the Biden administration, the Department of the Interior, the Bureau of Land Management. And these agencies right now are run by those who are antagonistic to American energy. And so they could stop slow rolling these permits. They could start working with our producers, and they could stop being antagonistic to the workers who make our country energy independent. Joe Biden comes in on his first day, cancels the Keystone pipeline after saying he's all about infrastructure. He said he was going to get rid of fracking, and he put 11,000 Americans out of work on the Keystone pipeline on the first day.
Yeah, the fracking on federal lands is an issue. Larry, unfortunately, we got to run, but thank you. We appreciate it. And if your predictions come true, we're going to have you back as prices go up even higher. Good to see you.
Thanks so much, Leland.